Fresh water is the one natural resource our evolving world cannot do without. And while many generations before us may have taken a high-quality water supply for granted, today's communities know that conserving water is important to everyone's future. In fact, it is the responsibility of every person, young and old, every business, employees, and owners to know how to conserve, protect, and preserve their water supply. And all this starts with knowing where your water comes from. For the last 300 years, San Antonio has relied on the Edwards Aquifer as its sole source of water. As San Antonio has grown, more development has occurred outside of Loop 1604 towards the Hill Country. In the past, this area of northern Bexar County had been made up of small homesteads, ranches, and quarries. Today, in northern Bexar County, more groundwater from the Trinity group of aquifers is being used to support this growth. In recognition of the increased water use from the Trinity Aquifer, a priority groundwater management area was created by the state of Texas in 1990. A priority groundwater management area is established when an aquifer is expected to experience quantity or quality issues over time. In 2001, the Trinity Glen Groundwater Conservation District was established by the state of Texas to manage how the aquifer is used and protected. The 311 square mile district is located outside of Loop 1604, extends to Culebra Road near Helotes on the west, Cibolo Creek on the east, and into parts of Kendall and Comal counties on the north. The district is divided into 5 areas, with each one having an elected representative. District operating dollars come from fees paid by large water users and not from taxes. The district not only works locally to create water management plans to secure the Trinity Aquifer's future viability, but we also partner with 9 other groundwater conservation districts in preparing long-range planning goals for our region. These planning numbers are then included in the state of Texas overall water plan. So you can see that cooperation and collaboration with other groundwater districts to ensure Texas aquifers are protected is a priority, locally and statewide. Here in Bexar County, the Trinity Glen Rose team is learning all we can about the Trinity Aquifer through geologic studies and monthly monitoring of wells throughout the district. We also work with San Antonio Water System in permitting the plugging of old wells and drilling of new wells to ensure that the Trinity Aquifer is protected. While we're building our scientific knowledge of the Trinity Aquifer, we are also helping people who live and work in this area learn more about the Trinity and how to efficiently use it. For example, we recently expanded our website and began producing a monthly newsletter. We're continuing our rain barrel workshops, speaking to organizations, and planning new ways to involve our communities in water conservation programs. If this video is your first interaction with the Trinity Glen Rose Groundwater Conservation District, we are pleased you are watching. And before we close, here are just a few facts that you should know about the Trinity Aquifer and the district. First, the Trinity Aquifer is quite large, reaching all the way up to the Dallas area. It is composed of several different aquifers made up of sand, clay, and limestone. It is completely different than the Edwards Aquifer, which is the primary source of San Antonio's water. Like the Edwards, rainfall recharges the Trinity, however at a much slower rate, and water does not flow through the Trinity as quickly as in the Edwards Aquifer. The Trinity District is among the most urbanized of all the groundwater districts in the region. Today, more than 185,000 people make their homes in this area, and growth is continuing to occur very quickly in all sectors of the district. Just think about how the Bandera Road, the IH-10 corridor, and US 281 areas have completely changed in the last decade. What that means for the Trinity District is that we must keep a close watch on the amount of water that is used and prevent any type of pollution that could result from development. While new buildings, highways, and homes are constantly popping up, the Trinity Glen Rose District is also home to some of the most beautiful parks and natural areas in the state. There are 10 major parks located within the district. Many of these natural areas were purchased in order to protect them for future generations. We'll be writing stories about all of them so people can make time to visit and enjoy these spaces. Hopefully, going to these parks will help more people increase their awareness about the importance of preserving them and the Trinity Aquifer that lies below. Lastly, we want you to join us in conserving, protecting, and preserving the Trinity Aquifer. You can visit our website, join our newsletter list, ask your schools if they are teaching kids about the Trinity. Tell us about your neighbors and business associates who are doing excellent water conservation work. We would love to feature them in our newsletter. Most importantly, we want you to care about the Trinity Aquifer like we do, because when that happens, we know that this important resource will be in good hands for future generations.